What's going on, family? It's the entertainer, motivator, educator, Lucky Murray, back with another Gamecock news update. Today, we are talking about the late kicks appraisal of South Carolina. The late kicks host Josh Pate. I probably said his name wrong. Please forgive me. God, it's P-A-T-E. Pate. Yeah, Josh. He's the host of the late kick. And they talk a little bit about South Carolina. I'm going to play a snippet of it, and then I'm going to give you what I think of this man. But before I go any further, here's what I need you to do. 1 of 3 things. 1, like the video. 2, subscribe to the channel, hit the notification bell. And 3, share the video. Helps out a ton. So let Josh give us what his take of the job that Shane Beamer done. We're going to come back, and we're going to give our opinion on this. Shall we?
Shane Beamer's got South Carolina going to a bowl game. Speaks volumes. And no one cares whether Florida's down. No one cares whether Auburn's down. South Carolina's down too. That's why you've got a new head coach. And the fact that they pulled games off against both of them in year one, it will pay such dividends for them in recruiting. But it's so great to be able to sell, and it's so great to package up. You know, as that vision we always want to package up in year one. It's so great to, at least for the time being, validate the hopes that a lot of folks had there when they backed one of their guys to be their head coach. You look at Shane Beamer, he's everything you want a South Carolina head coach to be. It sucks for you he doesn't have the experience. You know, it sucks for you he hasn't gone and won at 2 other stops, and you can just hire a sure thing. But you know what? Some folks around there were willing to gamble and roll the dice on an unproven commodity because he was theirs. He was one of them. And now Shane Beamer's come in, and he's giving them immediate return on investment, which is a rare commodity in this day and age to read any good news on the newspaper page.
Like I said before, Josh, he does the 24/7 Sports, the late kick. They talk a lot about college sports. Also, Will Muschamp, not Will Muschamp, excuse me, South Carolina. Right now I'm looking through the YouTube, and I seen Will Muschamp name up there. But one thing that stands out to me is, first of all, this. I've been covering the Gamecocks this whole year on a full-time basis. And the one thing that I love about this, what he said was he was a South Carolina guy. A lot of people are like, what does that mean? What's a South Carolina guy? What's a South Carolina guy? Well, to put in perspective, you want somebody that's a guy, and a guy simply means somebody's for the program, somebody that's homegrown. And I don't mean that you're from Columbia and born and raised in Columbia, but no, he cut his teeth with Steve Spurrier. He experienced the great hype that South Carolina has. You know, remember the early 2010s, we was a top 5 program. We was a top 5 program. Now, sometimes we didn't play like that because we lost games we shouldn't have, but we should have won a national championship. And if the playoffs was there back in the early 2010s, we may have been one of the top 4 teams in the playoffs, hypothetically speaking. But you want somebody that's your guy. That's number 1. Number 2, the fact that we're getting a return on investment. I think that's key. I think a lot of people don't understand. Like, we won 6 games in the last 2 years of Will Muschamp's tenure. And the problem with the fan base was the fact that we felt that our team was going down. We knew we wasn't a very good team, but it's like, come on, man. Like, we're not going to compete. We're not going to play our best. And to have Shane Beamer take pretty much Will Muschamp's players and get the guys to a 6-win season is something phenomenal. With, by the way, a chance to beat our in-state rivals in 6 years. Now, we don't count the last year because we didn't play, but the last 5 years prior to last season, we lost to them 5 years in a row. So to get the ball back rolling, I think that get 6 wins, win a Palmetto Bowl, and maybe a bowl game, man, you couldn't ask for a better season than this season right here. First-year head coach Shane Beamer. And by the way, has no coaching experience. And we've seen when we go after the big names, the Will Muschamp hire was a big name hire. Somebody with a resume, somebody with a resume of proof of success, and not so much successes, but a lot of people talk about him. Steve Spurrier was a good hire. Lou Holtz was a good hire. Lou Holtz pretty much was not past his prime, but he got the ball rolling. Steve Spurrier got the ball like up the hill, but what happened was we stopped recruiting. So I think that with the momentum, and that's the one key thing, guys, as far as football, that momentum, the big mo in recruiting, it speaks dividends to see players look at us like, wow, South Carolina is actually moving in the right direction. Wow, South Carolina is really serious. Wow, did y'all see South Carolina beat Florida? Wow, did y'all see South Carolina? Do y'all see them guys dance? I mean, it's an atmosphere that is uniquely South Carolina. And play football the South Carolina way. I love the fact that Shane Beamer is trying to build an identity for South Carolina. And I think that this is going to pay dividends. But here's what I need you to do, people, because I got to go to basketball practice. What do you think about this in the comment section below? Again, it's the entertainer, motivator, educator. Please don't forget all three. Lucky Murray back with another Gamecock news update today. We're reacting to the late kicks appraisal of South Carolina football team, Shane Beamer as coach. And we'll love to hear what you guys think about in the comment section below. But like always, until next time, people.